We're going to solve this logarithmic equation, and it is an equation here. And it's an equation that has logarithms. Whenever you see that, you need to make sure to
check it.
That's right, you need to check it, because we have a logarithmic restriction of the domain, and whatever's inside these parentheses cannot be negative and it cannot be 0. Okay, so it has to be positive. All right, so let's go ahead and solve the equation. We're going to use some of these formulas over here. First, I want to take these two logs, they're both log base 5, and I want to condense them. I'm going to take the two that are added and put them together in one logarithm. So if I apply that rule, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get log base 5 of x plus 3 times x plus 27, okay, equals 2. So I condense it down into one logarithm, and now to get these x's out of the logarithm from inside those parentheses, I'm going to use this logarithm to exponent, and you see whatever was inside the log is now going to be outside the log. So let's apply that. My little base becomes a big base of 5, and my other two things switch sides. So 2 will become my exponent equals x plus 3 times x plus 27. Okay, and at this point I have a quadratic equation right here. So we're going to solve that. First, let's do 5 squared is 25. And then I have to FOIL this side. Okay, I have to distribute it, multiply it out, because I'm going to need to take this 25 and incorporate it in to that trinomial. And I'm also at the same time going to have to get it equal to 0. When you solve a quadratic equation, you have to get it equal to 0 with a smiley face in it. Okay, so let's FOIL this. First two, x squared, outer 2, plus 27x. Okay, let's try it again. First two, x squared, plus the outer 2 is 27x, plus the inner 2 is 3x, plus the last two, FOIL, the last two is 3 times 27. Give me a calculator. 3 times 27 is 81. All right. So my middle two terms will go together. The 27x and the 3x. That's going to be 30x. And then I'm going to need to get rid of the 25, so I will subtract 25 from both sides of the equal sign. All right, now I have 0 equals x squared. I'll put these two together to get 30x. And then I'll put these two together. 81 minus 25 is plus 56. So here's my quadratic equation. It does equal 0. And now I'm going to factor and solve my factors. Okay, so this is factoring a trinomial that starts with 1. I call this the easy one. We're going to do x and x. We need two numbers that multiply to give me 56 and add to give me 30. All right, that's going to be 2 and 28. All right, 2 times 28 is 56. 2 plus 28 is 30. So it's going to be plus and plus. Now, if these two factors equal 0, any one of them could be 0. 0 times anything is 0. Anything times 0 is 0. So I set both of my factors equal to 0. X plus 2 is 0. X plus 28 is 0. And then I solve them. X is -2. That's one of my possible answers. And X is -28. That's another possible answer. Now, because it's a logarithmic function and I have a domain restriction, I need to
Check it.
That's right, I need to check it. Okay, so let me come over here and I am going to check both of these. All right, now I know that -2 is going to check, it's going to work out, and -28 is not going to work out. So I'm going to show you this one, why we have to throw this one away, and then in a separate video I will do the full check of -2. So first let's try x equals -28. I rewrite my logarithmic equation. Everywhere where I saw an x, I'm now going to plug in -28. So I'll put it right here, and I'll put it right here. So log base 5 of -25, nope, not going to happen. Can't have log of a negative, so right now I'm going to throw this answer out. X cannot be -28. All right. Let me plug in -2 just to see if there's any red flags. So everywhere where I saw an x, I'm now going to put in a -2. And now I'm going to have log base 5 of 1, which is perfectly fine, and log base 5 of 25, which is also perfectly fine. Okay, I'll go ahead and continue this. Log base 5 of 1 is 0, okay, by definition, plus, if I rewrite this one, it's going to be log base 5 of 5 squared, and this is going to be 2. Okay, when your bases are the same, we have that property where your 2, you could bring it out in the front if you want, but it's just going to be 2. 0 plus 2 equals 2, and that checks out. So my answer to this problem is x equals -2, because I plugged it in and I get a true statement.